Try to bring some more perspective on this and how all this breaking news is going to shape the race for the White House over the next few weeks and several months, 107 days away. Joining us tonight is political strategist Fred Hicks, and his consulting firm has actually helped hundreds of campaigns across the nation. He's here to give us some perspective, so thanks for joining us here today. So we know that the president has already dropped or put his support, he's dropped out of the race, put his support behind Vice President Kamala Harris. Just a couple of hours ago, Harris released a statement saying in part that she plans to earn and win this nomination. But how strong of a candidate is she on the Democratic ticket?
I think the vice president is very strong. There was a poll that was released about 4 or 5 days ago that says that 79% of Democratic voters back Harris to be the next nominee for the Democratic Party. And so that's really strong when you talk about three-fourths of people before this is a reality backing her. And I think now that it's official, that she is the president's choice, we'll see even more people.
You know, Zach Merchant had talked about this. He said there's some potential candidates for her VP.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the potential candidates out there who are going to say, hey, you know what, I want to be the VP for Ms. Harris?
So I think, as Zach mentioned, there are two names that really kind of stand out. Governor Roy Moore from North Carolina, because I think if he's the pick, then he can help bring in Virginia and also make Georgia a little bit more competitive. And then Governor Josh Shapiro out of Pennsylvania. I think, personally, I think that he is who should be the pick, assuming the background check works out, because Democrats can't win the blue wall, the Midwest, and they can't win it all, no matter what happens in Georgia and other places. And so I think those two candidates seem to be the leading names right now. For those who think or have suggested Governor Newsom, the Constitution actually kind of prohibits two people from the same state, so he's not really a possibility. I just wanted to clarify that for our audience.
You know, this is really important because you brought this up. Georgia actually is a critical key swing state in this election. What kind of impact will Harris have here in Georgia?
Well, I think she will have a tremendous impact. The national polls have had Biden down about 2 points versus Trump, and in swing states like Georgia, 2 to 3 points as well. Again, the Midwest, Nevada, Arizona, and here in Georgia. And part of that is because Democrats and African Americans and other minorities and women voters were not really enthused about having Joe Biden lead the ticket. So having a woman of color, having someone who has a long track record of public service, as a senator, as attorney general, as a local DA, someone who has the record of the last 3 years that a lot of Democrats are proud of, lead the way, really has an opportunity to enthuse or to inject excitement into the Democratic Party. Because, you know, for Democrats, it's not about voting for Donald Trump, it's about whether or not they're going to vote at all. And so having someone new, having Kamala Harris leading that way, really gives us an opportunity to put Georgia back in play.
Okay, so we only have 15 seconds left to talk about this. So we know that Joe Biden didn't do that well during the debate right here in Atlanta several weeks ago. But what about his legacy? Now he's dropped out of the race for the White House. He's been doing this for decades as a politician. What impact is this going to have on his legacy?
Well, I think this has the potential to have a tremendous impact. Number one, he appointed the first ever African American woman to the Supreme Court, and now by endorsing Kamala Harris, he can help usher the way for the first woman president of the United States ever. And beyond his 52 years of service, that is a powerful legacy for a Democrat.
Yeah, okay. We'll see how it all shapes up. Thank you, Mr. Hicks, for jumping in today. We really appreciate